bigcal and welcome to my world. Today, another recent video game pickups video, and I have quite a few things today. Firstly, I made a big order on CEX website and got a bunch of UMD films because I like collecting them and they're dirt cheap at the moment, and I basically doubled my collection. I currently own 20, I bought 19 of them. So, we have first Blade. Big fan of the Blade films, so I've got the first one. And Blade 2, probably my favourite of the trilogy. Then we have Terminator 3. I own the first Terminator, so I'll pick this one up. Terminator 2, it seems, is one of the very few actual rare and expensive UMDs, so it doesn't look like I'll be picking that one up anytime soon, since the cheapest I saw it was £50. Yeah, don't think so. Got the first X-Men film. I quite enjoy the originals. Got them on Blu-ray as well. And X-Men 2. Didn't bother with the third one. Obvious reasons. I will probably pick it up at some point, but I didn't want to spend the money that particular day. Rocky 5. I already own 4 and Balboa on UMD, so I picked up Rocky 5. Reason I didn't get any other ones is it weren't in stock at the time. Wrestling documentary, Nate Roberts, Pick Your Poison, a very good, very emotional, depressing, heartbreaking documentary, but still a very good watch as well. And I do believe there is even there's a bonus match on here, his match against Ricky Steamboat. Obviously the DVD version has a couple of discs of matches, but yeah, very good. Next we have Die Hard. One of the best Christmas films of all time, as we all know. Die Hard 2, Die Harder. Because, apparently just dying hard isn't hard enough. They didn't have Die Hard 3 in stock, so just went straight ahead to Die Hard 4, which I actually like a lot, although I've yet to see Die Hard 5, whatever the hell it was called. Long Day to Die Hard, is it? Whatever. Now we have the Da Vinci Code. Big fan of this film. Very long, somewhat complicated, but a very good, very interesting watch. And the sequel, Angels and Demons, also good. Not as good as the Da Vinci Code, but still worth a watch. I need to see Inferno at some point. That's the third one from the book series. One of my favourite comedy films, Rush Hour. Very fun, very funny. Jackie Chan's awesome. And Rush Hour 2. Very good sequel. I even like Rush Hour 3. Yes, I like Rush Hour 3, although I don't think it's available on UMD. Really bloody, really violent, really good film, Reservoir Dogs. It's actually one of the very few Quentin Tarantino films that I actually enjoy. So, very good to own that. Van Helsing gets a lot of hate online, I've seen, very low scores, low ratings. I think it's great. Just a really fun film, tying vampires and werewolves and Frankenstein's monster all together, and it's good chisel. Another of my favourite comedy films, they didn't have the first two that I could see in stock, so I picked up Goldmember. It still makes me laugh like crazy. When I was testing them all to make sure they worked, I skipped straight ahead to the introduction of them all, and it still cracks me up. Money. Yeah. And next we have Layer Cake. Sort of done in a similar sort of style to Snatch and Lockstock. It's made by, is it the guy who produced Snatch and Lockstock? So he was involved in it, but it wasn't obviously the guy behind it. So it's still got a very similar feel. Daniel Craig, one of his earlier big hits, I think, as far as I'm aware. Really good, really interesting. I hated this the first time I saw it. Got it on DVD, watched it, didn't really like it, didn't quite understand it, watched it again, thought it was great. So, crazy. And a little out there film, one that I haven't seen in a while, but I always liked. I'm not even sure if I own it on DVD or not. I did. I don't know if I sold it with a bunch of DVDs a while back when I was looking to get some money. And it's a Jim Carrey film, Me, Myself and Irene. You've got Jim Carrey with a split personality, hence Me and Myself, and then Irene, played by Renee Zellweger, and it's just kind of crazy, but it's really, really funny. So those are some UMDs. Next, some games. Super Mario 3D Land on the 3DS. I've been after this for a while, but it's one of those 3DS games that just doesn't really seem to go down in price much. A lot of the bigger 3DS games, unless they've gone into the Nintendo Selects range, which very few have over here in the UK, it's very rare you get them for under £30. Managed to get this for 26, 27 I think, and I ordered it in the morning. It got dispatched 5 minutes after I ordered it and came the next morning. So very happy with that. Already completed the main game, and now I'm halfway through the secret levels, which basically doubles the game. Excellent game, almost as fun as 3D World on the Wii U. Not quite as good, but still very, very, very good game. Well worth owning for the 3DS. This one I've actually had for a while, but I realised I don't think I showed it on a pickups video, Mario Luigi Paper Jam Bros. I've been playing the Mario Luigi Dream Team Bros, loving the hell out of it, and picked this one up for nice and cheap. I think with a voucher it cost about £5, so there's that. I haven't played it yet because I'm still trying to work through the other one, and I've been playing 3D Land, but yeah, got it there for when I get into it. Okay, before I carry on, I'm going to go with some non-gaming pickups. There's a handful here. I don't know if you can see my hand on camera, but they are here. We'll start with a couple of Blu-rays. In a similar vein to Layer Cake, there is Rock and Roller, a Guy Ritchie film. Yeah, it's all about the British gangster underworld and things like that. Very good, very interesting film. Only on DVD. Don't own it on DVD actually. I watched it online a couple of weeks ago, and this is dirt cheap on Amazon. It's like £2 or £3, so there we go. There is Rock and Roller. Very good film, just haven't got around to watching it on the Blu-ray. Another Blu-ray I picked up is Family Guy trilogy for Star Wars. Laugh It Up Fuzzball, the Family Guy trilogy. It's got Blue Harvest, which is A New Hope, something Dark Side, which is Empire Strikes Back, and It's a Trap for Return of the Jedi. Each one is on their own Blu-ray. I was actually expecting them to all be just on one disc, but no, they've all got their own Blu-ray. They've got some special features, little making of documentaries, and overall just a very funny collection of Family Guy episodes, feature-length episodes based on the Star Wars original trilogy. Then we have some Star Wars books, some new ones I picked up that I'll be reading soon. First, we have the Force Awakens novel. Rewatched the film again recently and thought, yeah, I'll get the book, see what other information I can get out of that. So I'll be reading that at some point. And Star Wars Aftermath, the first in the trilogy. And this fills in the gaps between Return of the Jedi and I'm guessing The Force Awakens rather than Rogue One. But yeah, so this is the first of the three. I'll probably read The Force Awakens first. Who knows? But either way, one of these two books will be the next one that I'm reading, since I just finished my previous one. Then I got two other Star Wars books. I got them a couple of days ago when I was doing Sheffield, actually retro game hunting. These ones there won't be videos on. It's kind of similar to, if you remember my Christmas pickups, I got Rogue One, the visual guide. And I haven't done a video I have with all the other books, just because it's not the kind of book that you can sit and just read through it all and then do a video on because of how it is. So the first one is a character encyclopedia, and it's all been updated to, I believe, The Force Awakens, but not Rogue One. So we've got a ton of characters from all through, the originals, the prequel trilogy, and then of course The Force Awakens. Yeah, so plenty of information here, looks really cool. I flicked through a little bit just to see who was in it. My only disappointment is that they didn't put anyone from the the Rebels or Clone Wars show unless they appeared in a live action film. So there's no like Ahsoka or anything like that, which is a shame because we need more info on Ahsoka. She needs to be into the universe more, at least live action at some point. And this one, pretty cool, is the Imperial Death Star owner's manual. Sadly, this was brought up quite a few years ago, so it doesn't have any of the new information from, say, Rogue One. But aside from that, cool as hell. Tons of information on the Death Star, things like that, who was involved in making it, what its weapons are, there's big plans for it and all that kind of thing. Yeah, really, really cool. So I picked that up and I can't wait to sort of flick through it. Right, and now to gaming pickups. All of these, but two of them I got in Sheffield a couple of days ago. I went through Sheffield, visited my brother. There's a retro game shop that we found there last year. I wanted to go back, and while I was there I also found another one. The other one was actually better, in my opinion. But anyway, picked up a bunch of games. First, Theme Park World. I love the original theme park. When I was young, I did get this, and I kind of hated it. Mainly because I didn't know how the hell to build roller coasters. It didn't make sense to me. But I'm hoping now that I'm older and have a brain in my head that works, sort of, I might be able to understand it better and, hopefully get some good fun out of it for a change. So we'll see that. They have Star Wars Dark Forces on the PS1. I do own this on the PC in the collection that you can get on Steam and things, but I can never get it running properly. It never seems to work right. There's always glitches and graphical errors, and it's just very weird. And it's basically kind of like a Doom style game, but with Star Wars. So I can't wait to actually really play through it for the first time, because like I said, the PC version just doesn't work properly for me. And then a game that I'm still quite surprised I've never actually owned until now, and it's the original Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game. The second one is one of my favourite games ever, not just from the PS1. And I've owned that for years now. I've got 3 and 4 and a bunch of the later ones as well, but I've never owned the first one since I was a kid. So finally picked it up. I was playing through it. I did a couple of levels while recording footage to test it. And it's still as awesome as ever, and of course the soundtrack is wonderful. Okay, this was a game that I got with the sex order when I ordered the UMDs. Mega Drive game. The Mega Drive game was listed as unboxed. Game in a box. In fact, there's even a sticker on the back. I don't know how well you'll be able to read it, but it states it is unboxed. The sticker says unboxed and has been stuck onto a box. Now, I don't particularly mind. The fact that it says it unboxed is fine because the box is in terrible condition. I mean, it doesn't shut properly. It should be like that, but it just goes like that. It's not in the best of conditions. Cracked at the bottom, no manual. So I was only expecting the cartridge. The fact that it came in anything is fine with me. Anyway, yeah, the game is Rolo to the Rescue. It was just a cheap platformer. I was just looking for another item to add to my order. So, a 16-bit platformer. I played it a little bit, it was a bit iffy, but reading the back, and it says it can control multiple characters and use special powers. So, in the first couple of levels, you'll defeat some enemies, get a key, and you can open cages, and animals will come out and follow you. If you get hit, they take the hit for you, and you lose them. So I'm assuming those animals, you can switch to them and use their abilities for things. But obviously, I didn't know that at the time. So we'll see if it's at least fun to play. Okay, I've got this on eBay. So this wasn't with the Sheffield order, just Buffy the Vampire Slayer on Game Boy Color. Just because I'm looking to collect all of the Buffy games. There's only one more I need to get now for the DS, and unfortunately it's hard to come by. Right, and then the rest of the orders, I picked up Super RC Pro-Am on the Game Boy. Big fan of the arcade version of this game. Saw someone play the NES version the other day, and when I saw this cartridge, I thought, I'll pick it up for the Game Boy. Cool little game, it's fun on the handheld. And then Pokemon Pinball. Got this nice cheap, doesn't come with a battery cover, but it's very rare that I see them with the battery cover. You get to try a battery in it, but I've played a bit of the game and it's a really fun pinball game with a Pokemon spin on it for catching Pokemon and things. It's really cool, very happy with that. An N64 game, one that's been on my list for a while, Space Station Silicon Valley. Only played a little bit of it so far just to test it and record a bit of footage for this video, and it is crazy as fuck. One of the opening cutscene, there's a little love story between a dog and a sheep. They find out that they love each other, and then the spaceship for the main protagonist crash lands and kills the dog. Yeah, and then the robot flies apart that's in the ship with you, and his little circuit board starts scuttling around like a spider and goes into the dog, and then you control the dog. But you can also control other animals. I have no idea, but it looks really crazy, really fun. And finally, when we got to Sheffield, we had a quick look around the town first before we were going to this other retro shop, so we had to get another bus out of Sheffield town. Sheffield City, sorry. So we found this shop. I've been to it before. To move locations though, so I wasn't expecting it to be there. We went in and they had a bunch of cool things. That's where I got the N64 game and the Pokemon Pinball game from. But when I first went in, saw some stuff like, oh, that's pretty cool. But I thought, no, I'll save my money for the other shop because I remember that being pretty good last time, and might want to get a few things from there. There might be something better. All the time I was thinking, I really should have bought that one game. We went to the other retro shop, I got the PS1 games from there, and the Pro RC, the Super Pro RC, that game that I can't pronounce even while reading it, apparently. But I got that and the PS1 games, like, that was cool, but kind of wish I bought some stuff at the other shop. So knowing that it was going to close probably about 5 o'clock, rushed into the town like 4:30 on my way to go to the train station to come home. Thought, right, I'm going to that shop and I'm buying that game that I saw. The game that I saw is obviously an NTSC N64 game, SNES game, sorry. But the PAL version of this game goes for, you're probably looking at, 70 quid cartridge only, maybe upwards. This version was £35. And I had a look on eBay when I came back to see if it was actually a good deal for the NTSC version. Turns out I saw one at £30 on eBay, but when I looked at the listing, it was a repro. And this one isn't. So, very happy, £35, and the game that I got was Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. The definitive beat-em-up game, the 16-bit era, probably. Right up there with Streets of Rage 2, at least. Been after this for so long, but it's always been so expensive. When I saw it for £35, I thought, yes, I have to have that. And I did. And it is awesome. Played it to record footage and just kept playing it. Got all the way up to the Shredder boss inside the Technodrome. The only issue is I have no idea how to throw enemies at the screen. It's happened randomly a couple of times while I've been playing, but I don't know how to do it. So I was unable to get past the Shredder at that time, so I stopped playing there. I've since looked up online and sort of seen how to do it, so I'll just have to play through again and practice. But yeah, so happy to pick up this awesome epic game, and for the price I got it for, I don't care, it's NTSC, I can play it anyway because I've got a converter. And props to the guy at the shop, Playtime in Sheffield, who made sure to ask if I was able to play, if I had an NTSC console or a converter. So I know there'd be probably a lot of places who just sell it anyway and not ask you and just assume, oh, he knows what he's doing. So at least he did that, but yeah, can definitely play it. So good, this game. So happy I finally got it. It is just as fun as everyone's made out for the 20 years I've heard about it. My first time ever playing it, and it's great. It'd be nice to play 2-player at some point as well, so I'll have to see about doing that. Yeah, So those are my recent pickups. A lot of really cool stuff. Very, very happy with pretty much everything that I bought. So, I'm Big Cal. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.